Hey everyone, stick with us versus herd. If it's your first time here, like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications for when we post videos, tap the bell. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. So today I was up about $590 in realized profits on AMD, FDX, and LAZR. Got out of there live, which I'm gonna cover, kind of why I traded those and what I'm looking for tomorrow. So if you made money today, comment below, got paid. And if you lost money today, comment below, learned a lesson. If you could do me a big favor, hit the like button for the YouTube algo. Definitely appreciate it. Thank you so much. So let's get into it. So AMD, I was trading, as you can kind of see here, I was trading the 92 calls for this week, the 93 calls, and the 95 calls for December 24th. So this morning on AMD, let me pull this up here. AMD, we'll go over the last 2 days here. So AMD, the 95 calls yesterday, I got in at 348. I had 3 of them. I sold them this morning at 395. You're like, hey, why did you sell the calls? Why did you sell the calls right at open? And honestly, I wasn't even looking at the chart. I had some other things to take care of this morning, which I did. And on AMD, I didn't actually realize that was going to be the double top. There was a double top here, 94.67. We pumped it open. I mean, I sold early, of course. I sold right at like 94, pumped up to like 94.80 area. I sold at 94, but it was a nice swing position. So on that, the overnight swing, I made $140. Then when I got back, I traded AMD again. I bought the 92 calls. I bought them for, let's see here. I bought them 92 calls. I bought 10 of them for $1.84, and then I sold 10 of them I sold them at $1.98, and I sold 8 of them at $1.98, and then 2 of them at $1.96. So, we caught a little bit of increase, and you're like, man, that's not really that big of an increase. But when you're doing 10 contracts, it really is, because that net me on the 92 calls net me $136. So what I did at that point in time is on AMD, when I got back, I was looking at AMD. I got in down in here. It was like 92.40 or something like that. I was kind of zigzagging here between 92 and a half. And then I caught the breakout here. I actually sold the 92s at pretty early at 12:37 p.m. So I sold those right here, the 92s, right in here. Right before it broke the 93 barrier. And then when it broke 93, I got into the 93 calls. I bought them for $1.52, but I sold them for $1.54. And why did I do that? I only made $20 on that trade, so it wasn't like a good trade. The reason why I got out of the 93 calls is because it really was taking a very long time. It really wasn't getting to where I wanted to go. I wanted to hit 93.50, and it kind of stalled out. So that's why I exited the position. So if I were to have held those positions into close, I sold them at $1.54. Let's see, the 92. What is it? 92. Sorry, the 93 calls. 93 calls right now, I'm only going for like $1.42, $1.40. So I would have taken a $150 loss, which would have negated my gain here, or at least taken away half of it. Would have taken out some of my gains today. So, I'm glad that I was able to identify early. And that's part of trading. You have to be able to identify, hey, this trade might actually work out. And so I was kind of honestly on AMD, kind of pressing my luck, because I did 2 profitable trades in a row, and then my third one's profitable. Sometimes if you do 2 in a row, you should just call it quits. You should just get out. But it only felt like I did 1 because 1 was an overnight swing position. But I mean, it was kind of a crazy day in tech in general. I mean, we had this morning AMD, SPY, Qs, everything was dumping. I mean, if we look at the Qs this morning, Qs came all the way down to 305 before ramping up to 308. I mean, this is some nice clean. I probably should have just traded this, the Qs. I like where the Qs are right now. I mean, they're pushing, but like how many I mean, are we going to come back down to the 10-day here, or are we just going to keep pushing? We're going to keep pushing green on some very low. Remember, look at the volume down here. Really low volume compared to where we were just a month ago, 2 months ago. Really, really low volume. So just keep an eye on that. SPY, the same situation here. We're kind of coasting up, but keep in mind, we're coasting on some very, very low volume. Once some volume kicks in, is it going to be selling volume? Is it going to be buying volume? And to be honest, like, going into the end of the year, we need to be on watch. We don't want to be getting too comfortable with this low volatility environment. We want to be on guard, because that's when the market will take advantage of you. When you get nice and comfortable, you're just milking profits left and right. That is when you're going to get taken advantage of, and that's when you're going to have the most exposure in terms of risk. So for me, I really didn't put that many trades on today. I was kind of scaling back a little bit on LAZR. Now, what I've been doing on LAZR the last couple days. So LAZR, I didn't know this at the time before, because I sold before this, but Citron actually put a hit piece out on LAZR. They're saying it should be only $20 stock. Basically, it's not even a casino stock. You can actually win at a casino. It's more of a sucker's game. So LAZR, normally when Citron tweets something, and it may not stick, they're oftentimes wrong, like on Peloton, other stocks like that, but it does increase the volatility. At the time, LAZR, it ripped from 47.80, or dropped from 47.80 down to 37. I mean, it had $10 wide swing here. And my positions on LAZR, I've been selling some naked puts. This morning I made $160 on a naked put. I was selling the January 15th 30 put. Now for LAZR, over the last couple of days, I've been milking the upswing. So let me go last 7 days here. The day before yesterday, I bought it for $4.90. I bought the I shorted the 25 put for $4.90 on the climb up. So I bought that back for $3.60. So I made $130 here. And then on yesterday, I shorted the 30 put for $6 credit, and I bought it back for $4.40, and that's how I made the $160. And I'm definitely glad, because I think I would have been profitable on that. I was in January. Let's see here. The 30 put. Yeah, I still would have been up money. Now, do I want to reshort one? Maybe not, because I think earnings are coming in December 11th on LAZR. Obviously, it's a speculative stock. So if you're trading this, like, you want to definitely be very careful, because LAZR, it's gone from 19 all the way up to 47 in just 4 trading days. And I could have made some bags just buying some naked calls, but I want to trade safe. I want to be predictable in my trades. I want to have room for error. I don't want to be able to nail, because like people that were buying in at 47 today, they got hit hard, but now it's kind of coasting back up. Now, I didn't know what I was going to do here. I'm going to wait till after earnings, probably get into LAZR, but in the last couple of days, made $300 on LAZR, just kind of low-key swing trading some naked puts, shorting some naked pushes today. So when you short a naked put, for those that don't know, that means you're bullish. You want the stock to go up because you want the premium on that put to go down. So on another stock I traded today, FedEx. Now, FedEx, I normally don't trade FedEx, and this is why. So on FedEx, I bought 3 contracts. I bought the 300 calls for this, was this week's expiration. Bought 3 of the calls for $4.40, sold them for $4.85. But I do like the chart setup here. This is why I got in. I do like the chart setup. It was really great. I like the 5-minute chart. It's a little bit more cleaner. It ripped up to 303, came back down. I got into the position when it started to rip this on this leg up here, 1040. When it started to rip up here, I got in on this candle, ripped up, and then got immediately rejected, and I was holding because it was really holding this level. I did sell on this candle, though. I didn't ride it up to 303. My target was 303. I thought I was going to hit 303, but since this, I was down on the position. Since I got in right here, I was down. I was holding 3 contracts for this week expiration. It was holding 300. So that's why I held, but it was very risky. FedEx is a very low volume stock, so you want to be very careful when trading it, because it moves a lot different. Contracts are not as fluid. The stock price is not as fluid, but FedEx is off to the races. It had a nice recovery today. Came up, it right at open, right out the gate, gapped up, zoomed up, and just looking bullish overall. So I did like the chart, was why I got into it. I'm glad I came out with a profit, but I felt with FedEx the odds were against me, because honestly, with the low volume, it could have definitely tanked, and it would have cost me a lot of money. Now, on GameStop, so GameStop actually reported earnings. So GME, there's a lot of hype on GME, of course. Right now, at the time of this video, is at like $14.90, $15, which I might get in a little bit of trouble here. GameStop, they missed their revenue. They had a 30% drop in revenue, weak sales, blah, blah, blah. We kind of already knew the situation. And people are like, well, what about the PS5? What about the Xbox? Listen, if you don't have a PS5 or an Xbox in inventory, you can't sell it to make money. Right now, they don't have any in inventory. So if there's no PS5s or Xboxes available, they can't sell those to make money. And that's, GameStop, overall is not in great shape. But what I did on GameStop is I sold an Iron Butterfly. I'm currently short the 17 strike call and put long $5 wide wings on the call and the put side. What this looks like, I got a $3 credit for it. Let me actually lower implied volatility going into tomorrow. Let me bring it up. It was over 300%. I had to sell premium on it. It was over 300% implied volatility. And I definitely could get screwed on this. With a $5 wide wing, I got a $5 credit. So my max loss on here is $200. Actually, $199 because I got a 301. I think they filled me for, what did they fill me for? Yeah, they filled me GameStop. They filled me for 301. Put a $3 order in. Filled me for 301. So for this trade to work out, I need it to be above 14. 14 is my break even. Below 20 and a quarter is my break even. So right now, if it opens up like 14.80, not going to be a huge winner. I'm going to be up like 50, 60, 70 bucks, something like that out of the 300. So I only want one contract. I went light because I'm like, hey, this thing could go up to 25. It could go down to 5. I don't know. But I felt like I had to try to sell some premium in here. So far, it looks like it's working out. Now, if it dips below 14, we're going to get a little bit of trouble. If it goes down to 13, I'm going to lose like 70. So we'll have to work on recovering that intraday or just maybe leave it alone. Well, we'll see where the opportunities are. But GameStop, being up rather high right now, with that knowledge, it could definitely come back down to 12. It could easily come back down to 12. Chewy, they also reported earnings tonight. Chewy. Now, this ripped up to 83, came down here. I was actually looking at Chewy to put a position on. I really like, obviously, it's just been riding the 10-day here, going nothing but up due to the pandemic. It's just been kind of coasting. I like Chewy here. Chewy, they did, let's see here, net sales rose 45%. So they beat, sales rose. Let's see here. Active number of users rose 40% as well. 17.8 million people are now using Chewy. So I think that if there's a major dip here, I'm going to be looking for. I might try to get in here. Right now it's flat. Going to crush some premium. Maybe they're going to try to run it after a few days here. So that's what I'm looking for. So right now I'm keeping my risk low, keeping my overnight risk low. My only positions open right now. I am a little bit underwater on the CRM position. Mainly this was earnings, so I have some time for this to maybe work out. Maybe CRM will get an upgrade or something. But right now I'm kind of just coasting, almost max loss on this. I have till next week, so we'll see what happens by Thursday or Friday. What the price is going to be at, and we'll try to recover some of that. Amazon, I'm in January expiration. I'm short in the 3100 3095 credit put spread. And then NIO, I'm also shorting some premium in here. I have 6 contracts. I'm short the 50 put and long the 48 put. And what I like about NIO right now, showing some nice resilience down here in the 40s, lower 40s, dipped down to 45 as a whole. Yesterday I got in right in here and it's ripping up. It held and it's going a bit higher. So it actually hit above 48. So as soon as these pop back above 50, I think we're going to try to test all-time highs on NIO. Definitely could be wrong. So we'll see. Keep your risk low. Keep your risk low, especially in low volume December. Just kind of wait and see. And if you watch this video to the end, comment watch to the end. And as always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.